Hello, and welcome to the Knitworthy podcast. Hi guys, it's Brianne. I'm also known as Being Brianne on Ravelry and Instagram and Pinterest and lots of places. If you want to know what I'm called, it's probably Being Brianne. So this is going to be my last podcast without Mama Linda. She's going to be coming back, I believe it's next week. So excited to have her back. Oh my goodness, we have been missing her like crazy. So if you are a new viewer, make sure that you watch next time because Mama Linda is coming back from Colorado from Yarn Fest and from working with Peggy from the 100th Sheep. And she has, I'm sure, a lot to share with us, as she always does. She's going to tell us fabulous things about her trip and all the things that she's been learning. So, yeah, but anyways, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm here. It's been crazy, but I can't wait to talk to you guys and just share with you guys how things are going and the things that I've been working on and that I plan on working on. And I bought more stickers. I'm sorry. I'm just going to spill it out right now. I got more stickers. It's a sickness. Oh gosh. Oh man. Okay, so first let's start with what am I wearing? This is my Yowza Weigh It shawl. I believe this is number 3. I will post a link to it in the show notes, which are at knitworthypodcast.com. And yeah, this is from the Daisy Knits is the yarn that I used. And I think it matches my shirt rather nicely. Don't you think? Yeah, it's nice and cozy. Today is a overcast, kind of rainy, drizzly day, and so the light isn't really fantastic. I apologize in advance for that. I'm sorry. I have no control over the weather. Go figure. It's not one of my super talents, some of my super gifts, super skills, whatever you want to call them. I don't have that gift. I can do a lot of things. Just that's not one of them. Yep. Oh gosh, well I wasn't going to tell you, but yeah, one of my super skills is I can burp on command. It's so ladylike. But it got Evan to stop crying this week. He was so shocked at me being able to do it that I was like, it got him to stop crying in the middle of this tantrum that he was doing. I just looked at him and just let out this burp. And then he was like, Mom! Oh, you guys. Oh, man. I can't believe I told you. Anyways, there you go. That's one of our little things that happened this week. Oh, shocking my kids into silence. It works. What can I say? All right. So what have I been working on? First thing I've been working on in my... Ooh, what bag is this? It's a very pretty bag. My Ocean Patch Creations bag that I got on Etsy. I don't believe it was actually made to be a knitting bag per se. I think it was made like for cosmetics or just for whatever, but I have made it into a knitting bag. I think anything can be a knitting bag. Why do you have to label it as one thing or another? Just use it. Why not? Here I have my, oh goodness, I'm all tangled up. My daffodil socks. I'm really tangled up. Let's see. Here is where I was last time, and as you can see, I put several repeats on that. This is made out of Lorna's Laces Shepherd Sock in the Daffodil colorway, and this is the Ms. Wick pattern. And there you go. You can really start seeing the pattern really nicely now as I have some more repeats in there. I'm using, I'm not really great at cabling without a cable needle, and I understand that really the only way that you get better at something is by practicing. It's just really hard to practice on fingering weight yarn, and so I plan on trying to master the skill of cabling without a cable needle. And I'm sure I can do it. I just need to have a larger gauge project to work on it so that I am not trying to, do it like this. Oh! I really hope that YouTube picks that for my screenshot. Oh, YouTube. You pick the craziest pictures. So yeah, I am getting more comfortable with the pattern. Oh, it's going to be a weird day, I can tell. I can tell that I'm becoming more comfortable with the pattern in that I was able to take it to my grandma's yesterday and actually get some work done on it while I was there. So I got from here to here done yesterday. That is 1, 2, 3 repeats. It's definitely more slow going than a non-pattern sock, but that's okay. I really am enjoying knitting on it, so it's not any trouble at all. It's just I have to pay attention to what I'm doing and not just knit mindlessly. So I was doing these like parallel. Oh, could you see this? Oh! Goodness sakes. But I have decided I don't know that parallel knitting is for me. Parallel knitting is when you kind of work on 2 socks, not at one time on a circular needle, but that you're kind of knitting them on separate needles, but you're kind of keeping them at about the same place. I am so like kind of OCD about it that I was like, a pattern repeat here, pattern repeat there, pattern repeat here, pattern repeat there. And it was actually slowing me down more than anything. So my other sock hasn't seen any love. It's still, I believe, on the second cable repeat. So I haven't done a whole lot with it since for a few weeks, but that's okay. You know, you try new things and you see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, there's no knitting police that says that you have to finish it the same way, or that are monitoring what you're doing and making sure that you are doing the thing that you said you were going to do. You're kind of the boss of your knitting. You are. Unless you're following a really strict pattern. You're not the boss of your knitting if you're knitting like an Alice Stormer sweater and you decide to like do whatever you want with it, because then it's, I don't know, maybe you need to follow the pattern, because otherwise your cables will be really wonky. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not the right one to ask. I'm a rule follower. Oh gosh. All right. The other thing that I'm working on is I'm working on my summer night socks. And these I've made quite a lot of progress. This is where I was last week. And as you can see, I have done quite a bit. There's my heel, and I'm on the ribbing now. I'm about halfway done with my ribbing, and then I will be on to sock number 2. Excellent. And I still am just so in love with these socks, and they make my grandma really happy. I pulled them out a little bit yesterday just to show her, and she was super excited about seeing them and was like, I can't believe that you can do that. And I'm like, yeah, it's all the yarn. It's really not me. I'm not that talented, but thank you. It's just me knitting. That's it. But this is the Regia design line by Arnie and Carlos. And this is color number 3657. And I love these socks, and I have been knitting on them like obsessively because I want to have them on my feet. And I don't care if we're going to be at like 75 degrees in the next couple of weeks and it's going to be sunshiny and warm and starting to get a little bit humid. I don't even care. I want to wear them like now. And so I want to knit them as fast as I can. And I think, making quite a bit of progress in 1 week, I can probably wear them pretty soon. So I'm excited about that. They did end up being just a little bit longer than I thought, than I would have liked in the foot. But that's okay because I will wear them anyways. And my toes will just have a little bit of room to wiggle. And it's all good. So there's that. Yay! All right. Now, on to what have I finished? I'm very excited to show this to you because I've been working on this for quite a while. It's my spinning. This is Malabrigo Nube, which is 100% pure merino wool, 4 ounces, in the Candombe colorway, Candombe. It's colorway 870. I'd show you, but it's backwards on the screen and I don't know how to edit, so Mama Linda needs to come back. We need things to show the right way. But here it is. I got 320 yards of what I believe is a sport weight, and it's just beautiful purples and golds and a little bit of brown and hints of green here and there. You see that little green right there. And it is super soft. It's not entirely dry yet, and so I'm going to hang it back up in my bathroom when I get done here so that it can finish getting dry. But it is just, it smells so good. Oh, y'all. I love the soak wash in the Celebration colorway. It's not the colorway, it's a scent. In the Celebration scent. It just makes me want to smell my knitting and my yarn, and oh, it smells so good. It just, and you know who first gave that to me was Tammy, Darth Knitter, who had the Proverbial Knitter podcast, and she it was a Christmas present many years ago, and ever since then, like, that's the only thing I'll buy because it smells so good. It reminds me of Tammy. So there you go. So there's that, and let me do this. I'm not very good. How are you good at doing this? Getting things back into a hank? I'm not very talented at this. And I wanted to show you what I picked out next for my spinning. Look, that's not too bad, right? Not too shabby. Okay. Oops, I just dropped things. The next thing that I'm planning on spinning, speaking of Tammy, is I purchased last year this beautiful Sparkle BFL in the Odds and Ends colorway from Show Me Yarn. It's 4 ounces. And look at that. I mean, really, what you're seeing is probably pretty accurate here. There's really not, it's just vibrant color, and I don't know how much of the sparkle you can see. There's some, you can see a little bit of it, but I'm very excited. I do love spinning BFL, but I think this is going to be something for Ailish probably, just because it's totally her colors, and she loves it when I have things on the needles for her. And she always asks me, who is that for? You know, and she gives me this look like, is it for me? She's like, Mom. She is. It's so cute. She gets it from Mom, I think. Yeah. But anyways, it's so funny. And so I think this will be something that I spin up and knit into something for her. I'm not quite sure what. We'll see what it decides, how thick or thin it decides that it wants to be spun. And we'll go from there. So I'm excited to get this on the wheel. It'll be probably a few months before you see it again in finished form because I'm a slow spinner. I'm not quick. Mom can put out a beautiful skein of yarn in a matter of, like a day. And I'm not that quick. I'm really not. I'm a newer spinner than she is. I'm, much more, amateur hour. That's okay though. I'm happy with what I get. So You know, and I can see my skills developing and getting better, and I'm feeling more comfortable with what I'm doing when I sit down at the wheel. So I'm making progress, and that's good. So yeah, so you'll see this later at a later date and time. So there's that. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, my stickers. Gilding the Lily. Okay, I'm going to show you these ones first. This is from Simply Mom Designs on Etsy. And I ordered this, I don't know, it doesn't say exactly what set it was, and I don't remember. I could look it up on Etsy right now and, you know, tell you, but that'd be kind of boring just looking at my phone. What was it again? What's it called? But here's what it looks like. These are for my Erin Condren Life Planner. And these are just stickers to help you get organized and adorn your planner and to make it look beautiful and fun and functional. And so I used this set in my week this week, and this is what my week looks like. There you go. It's not so bright and shiny. It's a busy week. I know it doesn't look incredibly busy. The later part of the week does, but we've got a lot going on this week. Oh goodness, we got the carpets cleaned today. Friday, we rent our house, and he's going to be putting it on the market pretty soon. He's coming over on Friday with some landlords to take a look, with some realtors to take a look at the house and see what they would recommend putting on the market for. So, oh well, deep breaths, Brianne, deep breaths. I told mom, I was like, can you believe that this is going on while you're gone? And she goes, he's coming over? They're going to list it again? I was like, oh, sorry, Dad didn't tell you. Surprise. Oops. Uh-oh. Hopefully I didn't get Dad in trouble. But anyways, we've got our soccer balls here because we've got lots of soccer going on this week. I have some friends coming over for dinner on Friday evening. We've got our weekend over here with more soccer, more things to do, and so that's what that looks like. But along with the really adorable bee stickers, I got these for movie nights, which I think are so cute. So you can write down what movie you're going to see, keep track of that. And let's see, what else did I get? To go along with that, I got these stickers for date night. They actually say date night. The little hearts. I got these bigger boxes where you can put them on your schedule and write in your goals, your wish list, to do, to buy, to call, reminders, just, to keep a list on your planner of the things that you need to do or whatnot. And I love these. You can put these in your empty spaces to decorate if you have empty spaces. This week I do not. And it looks like chalkboard drawings. And so I don't know how they did this, but it's so pretty. And they say different things. Like this one says, beautiful. And this one says, you got this, girl. And this one says, be full of joy. This one says, make today ridiculously amazing. This one says, it is never too late to be what you might have been. That's a saying by George Eliot, or a quote. This one says, you make all things new. This one says, all good things are wild and free. And this one says, let your faith be bigger than your fear. So there you go. That's from Simply Mom Designs. And then she sent these little freebie stickers. And she's on Instagram if you want to look at her things at Simply Mom Designs. That's her username. All right. Then I also got another set of stickers. Sorry for the crinkly sound. I'll make it quick. This is from Planner Nation on Etsy. And you will see why I had to have these. And oh boy, did I have to have these. Mom was like, you know what you should do? You should find some stickers that have knitting on them so that you can see when you are knitting, and you can write down what you've been knitting on and you can keep track of that if you'd like. And I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I could do that. That might be kind of interesting. You know, I like to keep track of the things that I'm working on, and you know, it might be interesting to look back on and see what projects I've been knitting on and how much knitting time I've been getting. But I'll just look and see if I can find some cute knitting stickers. Well, I found some cute knitting stickers at Planner Nation. And take a look at how cute these are. You've got a little knitting basket with yarn and knitting needles. You've got the knitting up here. It looks like they're knitting like a scarf or something. The skeins of yarn, balls of yarn with needles in them. And I got 3 sheets because I plan on doing a lot of knitting, people. And so I got to keep track of this. It's another thing to obsess about. Oh well. But yeah, so I love these. And then Dawn, Knitting Wolf, she saw them and she was like, oh, they have crochet ones too. And she was looking and she put some things in her Etsy cart. So I don't know if she pulled the trigger on that, but there you go. And she also sent me some, a little bag full of little freebie stickers too. So that was fun. I love little freebie stickers. They make me happy. So, okay. I've talked about that. Check. Put that away. Okay. Pattern highlight. I found a beautiful pattern that I want to share with you. And let me pull it up. It's on Ravelry, of course. And this pattern is called On the Spice Market, and it's by Melanie Berg. And she is Marilyn D on Ravelry. And let me show you what this looks like. It is a paid for pattern, which is about $6.08 in US dollars. And here's what it looks like. Make sure that you're not getting too much glare. Isn't that lovely? I love the colors that she picked for that too. And let me show you this picture too. This is what it looks like when it's not being worn by a human. And each of those little stripes that are going along this way, they're different colors. So you've got what looks like to be 4 rows of one color, and then 4 rows of another color, and then 4 rows of another color, and it looks to be asymmetrical. It uses quite a lot of yarn. So this would be great for using stash that you have. It uses 929 yards of fingering weight, and it has a 98.5 inch wingspan along the top edge and 27.5 inches wide. So that's a nice big shawl. That'd be really nice. I like this. I put that in my queue because I would love to be able to knit this. It already has 70 people knitting it, and it just came out, I think, like just a few days ago. But lots of people are doing it in different colorways. Here's one. Christine260 did a Spice Market test, and look at her colors that she did. She did the grays and kind of like gradient of gray going down into a beautiful, like a blue color, like a teal. I like that color, right? That's pretty. And I believe she used Madeline Tosh for that. Yes, Tosh Merino Light. So I could have so much fun looking through these to see to see all the different colorways that people are using. Marilyn used, I believe it's Miss Babs. Yes, Miss Bab Yummy 2-ply for her piece that she knit. So there you go. I really like this, especially if you like a more generous shawl. Then I think that's a great one to consider. And especially if you have a lot of different colors that you want to use up. So there you go. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's go on to It's a Good Thing. You guys enjoyed the stories of my kids' soccer, different techniques that they have, their different styles of playing soccer. And so Ailish was at practice this past week, and she's so funny. You know, she's over by the goal, and she spent half of the practice when they were doing a scrimmage, which is, you know, when they break the team in half and then they play against each other, try and get practice at playing a game and not just like doing drills and, you know, things like that. She's so funny. I'm watching her and I'm like, what are you doing? And she would run for like 5 steps and then leap in the air and land. And then she would run for 5 steps this way and then leap in the air with her arms just out wide. And I was like, I don't know that that's a soccer move. What is she doing? And everybody else around her is playing soccer, you know, and trying to get the ball away from the other team, or protect the goal. And Ailish is there, you know, leaping in the air like a gazelle or, I don't know, some other, you know, beautiful, graceful animal. Ailish is beautiful. And her middle name is Grace. I don't think that she's incredibly graceful. She was not incredibly graceful that night. It was just not quite happening. Hate to say it. She was adorable though, and it made me laugh. And then she started doing this thing where she would, you know, run and like land on her knees and run and land on her knees. And when practice was done, I asked her, I said, Ailish, you were doing some very interesting things out there. What were you doing? And she goes, oh, Mom, well, let me tell you. I was practicing throwing myself in front of the ball so that if the ball came toward me, I could block it with my body. And that's how she was practicing the leaping. Like she's going to leap in front of the ball and it's going to catch her right here. And, you know, she's going to save the day. And the same thing with the, you know, the landing on her knees. You know, she's got this down. But I was like watching her the whole time going, oh my goodness, what are you doing? And even Evan goes, is that a soccer move, Mom? And I was like, I don't know, honey. I don't know enough about soccer to tell you yes or no. Oh my goodness. She really enjoyed them. I don't know how much her soccer coach enjoyed her moves, but I got a good little chuckle out of it too. Oh boy. And another It's a Good Thing, I would be remiss in saying thank you to everyone who's left such nice messages for me on Ravelry and on the thread or by private message about, you know, just being supportive and really kind and encouraging and thoughtful messages about me doing a solo podcast while Mom was gone. And I really appreciate it. You know, it's hard to it's hard to do this by yourself. I am giving props to everyone who does a solo podcast, and just I think my own insecurities are like, I don't know that anybody really wants to watch just me. And so to hear people saying that I was doing a good job, and to say that they have been enjoying it, is just blessed my socks off and made me so happy. And I just want to say thank you so much. That is really, really kind of you. So everybody, thank you. So sweet. All right. So let's talk about Knitworthy's Project Craft. Moving along. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining us, Project Craft is where we are working on documenting our crafting life for ourselves and for future generations, whoever it is that you would like to let know that you have a crafting life and the things that you enjoy. And Mama Linda does not do things halfway. When she first told me that she wanted to do Project Craft, she said she was going to make up a list of about 30 things, different prompts for people to write about or to work on. And the next day she was like, yeah, I went ahead and just did 100. I was like, what? It was amazing that she did all this in one day. She had this idea and she just ran with it. And that's Mom. She just does things to the nth degree, and it turns out amazing. It's just, she's so gifted. So here we have, if you would like to join us, you can find this on the Knitworthy podcast website in the downloads section. And what we're doing is we have a craft journal. Perhaps you recognize this. This one is mine. Here it has a little, we have tutorials on YouTube and on iTunes for how to create your journal if you would like to use those. Or you don't have to decorate it. You can just use a plain notebook or a beautiful journal that you have, or you can go find a beautiful journal if you like. It's really, we don't want to tell you how to do this. This is your thing. And so you can follow along and do what we're doing. You can do whatever you want. Just take our ideas and run with it. There's really more of just kind of a guideline or a suggestion than anything else. And so, yeah. So, what we did was we, each time that we podcast, we pick a prompt from the Project Craft website, or thing. What is it called? The words, they escape me. From the packet here that Mom put together, the challenges. That's it. And so this time, random number generator selected number 96 for me. So that one says, don your favorite crafting outfit and then take a selfie for your journal. So that's what I'm going to do for next time. Last time, random number generator very kindly gifted me number 23, which says, and you can see I put it in here like that. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can write, I put a little washi tape across it. Do what you want. It says, post a pic of you knitting in public. So, I wrote, on Friday, April 1st, I knitted at the Pure Joy event. My best friend Sarah took a picture of me. I was knitting amongst almost 2,000 women while we waited for the event to begin. And I have, clean off my phone. It's got makeup on it. Gorgeous. Here's me in my Pure Joy shirt, waiting for the event to begin, and I was knitting with Sarah. Well, Sarah doesn't knit. She was sitting with me. Very kind of her. And she took a picture of me. Let me see. This is my Sarah. She's my very sweet friend who we met at church when we were going to church in Nixa, and she has been just a blessing to me and wonderful, wonderful friend. Was a huge support when Owen was going through his chemo and came up and took care of me while he was in the hospital and made sure that we had clean clothes. And I mean, she washed my underwear, people. That's a friend. A friend is someone who will take your dirty laundry and do your laundry for you. And she did that, and she brought back food and was just a huge blessing. So there you go. That's my Sarah. And so yeah. So that was my challenge that I did. That was challenge number 23. And then I have 96 that I'll be working on. My favorite crafting outfit. I can tell you what it is right now, but I don't want to ruin it for you. It's a bikini. No, I'm just kidding. Oh gosh. Oh man. All right. Now, part of, oh hello. I'm about to be attacked by my bookmarks. Part of Project Craft is prizes. If you post in the Project Craft thread on Ravelry, we have a Ravelry group. Did you know that? If you're on Ravelry, you should find us. And we're Knitworthy Podcast. And you can join along and possibly win a prize. Who doesn't want to do that? It's really simple. There are 2 ways that you can win. This is 4. 2 ways that you can win. 2. Oh man. Okay, so the first way that you can win is by posting a picture of what you're working on and just describe what it is that you're doing, and then you get to inspire us and we ooh and ah over it and we say, you're doing amazing, that's beautiful, it's the most wonderful thing I've ever seen, things like that. Or the second way that you can win is just by posting those encouraging comments or posting what it is that you've done with your journal but not putting in a picture. If you put in a picture, then you win a $25 gift card to someplace that is crafting related. And if you just are posting a comment or a reply to somebody, then you get a $5 pattern on Ravelry. So there's 2 ways of winning. Obviously, the best way to do it, if you have time, is to post a picture because that gets you the most reward. However, if you don't have anything to post a picture of, then comment and get a pattern. There you go. So our random number generator had to choose between 252 and 265 on the thread, and the winner was number 252, which is Amy Lynn. Yay! And let me pull that up really quick because I would like to be able to tell you what she did and show you. Okay. Amy Lynn, who are you? Your name isn't on here. That's okay. But you live in Norway. You probably know that about yourself. I bet you do. You're a smart person, aren't you? She's been knitting since she was 5, people. My goodness. And there's a picture of her in this amazing colorwork jumper here. I don't know, can you see it? There. Look at that. You look like you're having fun. Okay, back to what you made. Okay, this says, I haven't made a page in my craft book yet, but I will. I knitted mittens only a woman would love. And these are, it says, good run. Love the pattern. Too bad I made these for somebody else than me. I want to keep them. Only one thing to do, knit another pair. And so here are the mittens. I can see why it's something only a woman could love. Look at that. With the feminine symbol, and I love it. Those are beautiful, and I love the colors that you chose. Very nice. I think you should make some for yourself. It's only fair. All right, so I would like for you to contact me, Being Brianne, on Ravelry, and give me your email address so that I can give you a $25 gift card to someplace, and we will talk, and I will congratulate you, and I will say, good job, like that. All right, I think that's it. I think so. Not too bad. I thought it was going to be another 15-minute podcast, but look, 40 minutes, not too shabby. Brianne can talk. We know this. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and for being my friend for the last few weeks while Mom was in Colorado. I really appreciate you guys coming and joining me and chatting with me, and it's been awesome. So thank you very much. And the next time I see you, I'll have Mama Linda with me. She'll be right about here, like this. And I'll be like this. Oh, Mama, I missed you. All right. So until then, I want you to remember that you are knitworthy. Bye, guys.